Well, we all know it's tough to handle other people's bad moods, but how you respond can make a huge difference in whether you're helpful or you just add fuel to that fire. We've got psychiatrist Dr. Joshua Weiner with us this morning to talk about how to handle other people's bad moods like a pro. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
This is something we're all used to. So the first tip you say is to treat people's bad moods as something you want to understand, not as a problem that needs fixing. Explain that.
All right, that's the key, right? So somebody comes home, they're in a bad mood. What do you try to do? You oftentimes are going to try to find out what's going on so you could tell them how they can fix their problem. Bad idea. What you want to do is first you want to say, hey, seems like you're not in the best mood. You want to talk about it. If they say no, I would respect that. But then later you might say, hey, I would like to talk to you about this. It seems like something's been really bothering you. When you talk to them, your objective should only be to understand exactly what it is that's contributing to them feeling the way they're feeling. You should not give commentary about it. You should not offer advice. You should just say, hey, this is what I think I'm hearing you say. Is this correct? And that's what we call reflective listening. So that's the second part of this, because you're going to want to make sure that what you think you hear is actually what they're trying to intend for you to hear. And also sometimes when people hear back what they think they've just communicated, they say, well, you know what, that's probably not exactly right. Now that you've said it that way, I actually feel this way or that way. So you're actually helping them formulate their own thoughts and feelings about what it is that's bothering them.
Absolutely. And you say it's also important to be aware of emotions that are being stirred up when you're trying to be helpful. Can you explain that?
Right. So obviously, when you have somebody that you care about who's struggling, it causes emotions within you. You might be really frustrated yourself because you feel like, hey, this problem keeps occurring with this person. They're not doing what I have wanted them to do. They're not behaving the way I want them to behave. And that stirs up a lot of emotion within you. You need to be very careful about that. You need to think to yourself, look, I could respond the way I kind of want to respond, or I could respond in a way that's going to be helpful. And so what you might want to do is you might want to think to yourself, okay, I'm having these strong emotions. Maybe it's better for me to take a break for a minute and just say, you know what? Let me just take a break for a minute. I want to absorb what you've been telling me so I really can be thoughtful about this. You step away, you calm down, then you come back to it a little bit later.
Yeah, and just real quickly, finally, you say you have to recognize you can't control other people's emotions.
It's kind of obvious, right?
Yeah.
We should all realize that, but I think a lot of us don't necessarily realize that in our day-to-day. You can only be responsible for the way you respond. So you want to do these things, handle it the best way possible, and these things will help you handle it better. Because again, nobody wants to be told how to behave, how to think, how to fix things, especially when they're really upset. It's just not going to work. You're much better off coming back the next day, circling back and saying, you know, maybe we could talk about what happened yesterday a little bit more. You'll be received much better.
All right, Dr. Weiner, great advice as always. Thank you.